our Chief Scrum Master for Cohort 3. Yay!
Pleasure is all mine.
Help me tilt the camera down a little bit so we can see your beautiful face. Aha, much better. Anyway, so this is an exciting conversation that I'm having with Nnamdi. And if you would like to know, he was the Chief Scrum Master. He managed how many teams? 6 teams.
6 teams, yeah.
6 teams. So he had to facilitate between all of the teams across, and he was just an exceptional person. So we're here to get your feedback about the cohort. How did you perceive the cohort? What was your impression? How did you find us? Those kind of conversation, right? And the floor is yours.
All right. Thank you very much, Mercy, or Learntor, as you're fondly called. Yes. It's an amazing honor to be here and have you interview me and ask me all these questions. As I said earlier, I've never been on the front of the camera. I've always been behind the camera. So this is brand new to me. So thank you very much. All right. So I'll take you chronologically. How did I find out about Learntor? I recently moved from Nigeria to Canada. I'd had an extensive career in sales. I've done sales in IT, I've done sales in finance, I've done sales in oil and energy. And then I was coming over to a new land and I thought I might as well just try and do sales here. But I found out that in an environment like this, a lot of premium is given to subject matter expertise. So as much as you might know the fundamentals of a particular career, i.e. sales, you have to also be competent in the particular subject matter. So you're not just carrying principles from one stage to the other stage. You have to know about that stage in particular. And I thought about it, all the jobs I've ever had, I've been good at them because I had to be good at them. I wouldn't say I necessarily liked all of them, but I'll do it. And as the kind of person I am, I would do my best at it and automatically be the best at it. But what did I love to do when I was doing it? And there was a time in my career where I did some sort of business analysis and data management. And I thought, that was really nice. I could just go to my computer and I could use numbers to tell whatever story I wanted to tell, depending on what I was seeing. It's I think I should probably give this IT data management and basically the IT life a try. And I was so confused. And one day I was going through LinkedIn and I saw somebody congratulate somebody on the attainment of their PSM 1. And it was an alumni of Learntor. So yeah, I was really excited. I was gassed. So I messaged on LinkedIn. I probably wrote an essay of how I saw it and how the person should please not mind reaching out to me, that I want basically guidance on how to cross this river of knowledge that I had no idea of. And he was so accommodative. His name was Emmanuel Omoke. So he settled down, he broke it down, he gave me some reading materials. And what I would say was pretty much one of the most important things. He gave me your number and said I should just reach out, go to the website, reach out to you. And the next cohort was about to start. So quickly, without any delay, I reached out to Mercy, and she was. I found out that on her profile, you see, she's this, she's that, she's super busy. But when I messaged her, the conversation was I've known her before. She's really cool. I'd never seen her, so I was maybe she's even young, safe, or maybe that might meet or something. The way we're bantering, then I saw her, I was no, I had to put my bootstraps on. But what I liked was she was very accommodating. I'm saying it's you I was talking about. You are very accommodating. You had this maternal way of doing things. You were patient. You always seem to hammer on the same thing. So from the outside looking in, it felt like you were very, how will I put it? It's a mix of meticulous and controlling, but when you get to know you, it's actually so much love and care. You're just doing it out of the goodness of you heart, and it's this passion that is burning, and you just really want to pass the message. So that was my entry into Scrum. Then we got into the meat of the matter. Started to do Learntor lectures. you had a whole bouquet of experts come to talk to us, people who actually do the work. A lot of things I know now that if I knew it then, I'll totally understand where everybody was coming from. So there was one of the lecturers, Mr. Kule, he's so passionate about stuff. Like you can almost get it twisted. Like, and now I'm outside the training, I can say exactly what he was saying. He kept on beating on know your stuff, know your stuff, know your stuff. Learn this and go and learn more. But you wouldn't understand then. But now that I'm out of it, I really understand. All right, so going back, the lectures were great. And for some reason, I was made the chief Scrum Master. I felt a bit scared because it was an unknown. It was something I had no idea of. I was about to learn it, but in my head, it's like, how bad could it be? Thank God I'm in a space like this. I can fail all I want and learn all I want, and I wouldn't be judged. And this is really what I wanted. So the teams were set up, and we had so many different projects. And because I had experience in management, I kind of had an idea of what it is I wanted to do. But in the spirit of Scrum and structure, I had to learn it, and that learning was immeasurable. The value, I can't even put a price to it, was awesome. Thank you.
Oh, where is my mute button? Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. Yeah. I think I should just record this. I want to say thank you so much. I'm very humbled. For me, what we're doing at Learntor is something that is born out of pain. It's not about the money. My board member has told me stop saying it. But it's to solve a problem, because there truly is a problem in Africa. What you know, like you said today, can you imagine if you knew it like 5 years ago within where you were working, how the organization would have morphed into something beyond our wildest comprehension. So it's something that is what for us to marvel at. For start, I want to say that I want to appreciate Emmanuel Duboke, because it's the Chief Scrum Master for Cohort 2 that recommended you for Cohort 3. And that's
passed on the torch.
Yeah, he paid it forward. And he's going to be one of our facilitators for Cohort 4, because that's the goal for us at Learntor. So I'd like you to talk to us about how you were able to manage 6 teams within Learntor. How was that practical experience with your learning? Because as you know, our training was not theoretical. It was very hands-on, and you had to pull in the work and the knowledge. Can you share with us?
All right. I would say it was very eye-opening. So the thing about Scrum is that it is a way to do things effectively. Being that I was just learning about it, and automatically I was made to practice what I was learning. Initially, I would say it was challenging. Initially, I would say I wasn't even doing the right thing. But with the guidance, with the lecturers and everybody who was there, because we are all learning together, the only people who knew were people that were there before us and the lecturers. So there was a lot of guidance. How was it? Wow. According to Scrum, you can have multiple like Scrum Masters for different teams, but you can have one. Having one is super challenging. There's a lot of work that has to do with not only the task in itself, but the individuals that are doing the task. To be better at it, it transcends knowing about the technicalities and going into somewhat psychology and how people work. I would say it was a very revealing experience. And I would actually encourage everybody. I'm not giving specifics because I don't know if I start to give specifics, this interview will go on almost forever. But I'll say it's because it's a practical experience. And I'll say anybody who wants to participate in it should go to a place where they will learn hands-on experience. As much as it was really hands-on, I learned so much. I've come to interact with people who just read for the course, crabbed a lot of things theoretically and wrote the exam and passed, that don't know the intricacies of it all. It is way beyond what you see in your books. The practicality of it, you find out that a lot of organizations, the reason why they're not doing true Scrum is because work in itself, the nature of work will not let you do it, but your ability to manage to hold on to the framework, to the standard practice of Scrum is what really sets you apart. And it comes with really developing yourself. The more developed you are as a Scrum Master, is the better your Scrum team will perform. And I come to find out.
I want to particularly acknowledge you because the time difference wasn't very favorable. But one thing that was sure is your tenacity, your commitment. And you said I was accommodating, maybe because I infected you with it. You were very warm in terms of supporting everyone. You carry quite a lot of load within the team. So I think it's something that is worth mentioning. And I want to appreciate you as well for your contribution to Learntor. So what would you say to somebody that is just about to get into this sector? And by the way, let me start congratulating you because you have a lot of things to congratulate for. Number one, congratulations on your PSM. Number two, congratulations on your data analytics certification, which you still took by Learntor and became a Microsoft certified trainer. And congratulations on your success story. Good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
There's quite a lot to celebrate. So I'm just saying, how has your experience to your getting a job in the, because you said you're a hot cake, everybody, Nnamdi, where did you come? How did you do it? Can you tell us, people that are still doubting Thomas, because a lot of people think it's about, let's travel out of the country. But if you don't have the skills for you to have a competitive edge, we'll now start from ground zero. Please help us tell Nigerians that are always doubting that some things are good because we have trust issues.
Yeah. All right. So I would say there's one thing that really stood out. Back, I used to work in AXA earlier in my career, and I worked there for like 5.5 years. There was a time like we hired consultants to give us like I think it was a 10-year or a 5-year strategy plan. And I think it was, if I'm not mistaken, it was either, I think it was Ernst & Young. I'm not really sure which consultancy firm that came, but basically they came and they broke everybody down in structures. I was part of the strategy team, so I had like tasks to do, and they broke everything down they structured everything. And it was a lot of collating of literature that would lead to the eventual proposal that was the 5 or 10-year plan. Back then when it happened, I was like, oh my days, where did these guys come from? Are they like angels? How come they're so smart? They know so much. They do your presentations, it looks so good. How do they know to ask for the things they ask for? How do they know to work this way? Where do you learn stuff like this? So back then it was a mystery to me. I always found it very fascinating. When I hear consultants talk, I always try to listen if there was any knowledge I could steal and use for myself. Do you know that when I started this entire Learntor course and we started to dig into, for example, I always bring up Scrum, the way projects are being handled, the different events, the different, what's the word I'm looking for? Where information, repositories of information for visibility and let everybody know about it, different meetings you have. I now got to understand, oh, this is what they were trying to do, or this is what they were doing. Oh, structure, this, and it all made sense to me. Why I say this is because you said something about Nigerians and being doubters, and it's like because you want to like flee the country or go to somewhere else. No, I wish I had this knowledge a lot earlier in my career. What it would have done for me would have helped me stand out. It would have helped me see things from the point of view of management. They say perception is reality. So nobody is going to blame you for what you see and what you understand. If you knew better, you probably do better. Management perception is looking at the big picture, business profit and loss, direction, how are we going towards this direction? How fast can we get to this direction? If we go at this speed, what is the trade-off in terms of quality? If there's no trade-off, how far can we go even faster? Give us more goals. If your goals don't keep you up at night, you're not dreaming big enough. So all those things, that high-level thinking, that's what you get from courses like this. It's amazing because I know it now, but I'm in an environment where they've always known it. So I'm a fish in a pond. I'm just another fish. If I had known this back in Nigeria, I would have been a shark in a pool. I'd fly. Like now I know it, so I can speak to management and I speak their language. I hear what they're looking for. I hear. I don't, it's not about listening, it's about really hearing. Hearing is when you listen and you think about it and you understand. So I hear what you're looking out for. So I advise you, if you're still working in Nigeria, this is a way to break out from the norm. This is a way to stand out from what everybody is doing. This is a way to think management. This is that thinking they want to see, so they know that they can give you responsibilities and you can take over and blaze that trail. So that's my advice to that.
Thank you so much, Nnamdi. That was quite powerful. I'd like you to repeat that statement again. And that you would have been a shock. And number two, this is the way to actually be a solution provider. Because people think it's just about relocation. It's not about relocation. It's way beyond relocation.
Oh.
It's way, way beyond relocation. The
No.
truth of the matter is there are opportunities that people can kill it here.
Of course.
Many Indians are killing it from across the sea without even leaving India. And because they know how organizations are thinking and leveraging all this framework to achieve optimal results. You're not just there going to earn salary. You are there to offer solution. And that's what this frameworks that we are learning that is not prevalent here. And that's why organization in Africa is still struggling, because we're still stuck in the old ways of working. Waterfall. You have to go to the MD. You have to get an approval. No. There are faster, more efficient, more effective ways of working. So I'd like you to speak to that. And now your last note, and like tell people that are still like, should I do this? Should I not do this? Should I do this? Like now we have another offer. We are partnered with a US company that is focused on cybersecurity. And our goal is to get a lot of people to become cybersecurity. Do you know that the demographic that are cybersecurity expert, their age bracket is from 47 above. So from 25 before 40, they are non-existent, 13%. Wow. So this is a huge market for anybody that wants to take. And that company is even is going to give anyone that succeed an I-20 documentation to take to the US Embassy to go and apply for their student visa if they want to go to the US to further with their partner. We keep seeking these things for Nigerians, but I hope we all maximize it. Please, last words from you. Thank you.
All right. So my last words, I will say, will speak to value. So no matter where you are, no matter what you do, you can always give value. Proximity does not limit you from giving value. I have a lot of friends back in Nigeria, people that I grew up in my career with, I came up with, and they're doing amazingly well. They're doing amazingly well. My group of friends and people, they're doing amazingly well. So it's not really about where you find yourself. That's one. Number two, I've come to find out that as much as you might, because Nigeria, there's a lot of premium on soft skills. Soft skills are very important because they're the principles, they're the fundamentals. You can't necessarily teach soft skills, it's stuff you earn. But hard skills are the ones you can actually teach. When you do a course like this, you develop proper hard skills that marry with your soft skills for like super growth. Let me go back. I've done a lot of management in my career. I've handled I've made a lot of decisions that are more high level than the actual day-to-day jobs. That's good. But what I know now that I wish I knew then was I wish I had done more practical things. Now I'm bringing it to where I am now. IT is the future. If there's nothing, there's the internet of everything. If you're not doing internet, if there's no IT in whatever you're doing, just know you can do it better. A course like this would give you all those skills, all those small skills that you can add to what it is you have now to do whatever you're doing better. And that's just the simple way it is. In Learntor, back then in my cohort, we did business analysis, data analysis, Scrum, and a bit of every other thing else. Because for everything, because things are interlinked, we have use of software like Jira, Confluence, encouragements to do DevOps. There's the one, what's this one we did? Design thinking. There's design thinking, UI, UX. All these things play a part in the world of today. If you have the opportunity to take advantage of this, it goes without saying you should do it. And I can tell you for a fact, and this is, permit my friend, there's no BS here. What you're going to get here, if you're going to do the cost of it here for bang for your buck, you can get it nowhere else. And that is the fact. Yeah. I know, because I've tried to look for it here. And by the time you compare the cost, it's a no-brainer. So this is pretty much scholarship level prices you're paying.
I like that word.
So
I love
if
that word.
ever you were ever thinking about it, I think you should just come here. Me, I've done it. So I will tell you what I know, and I'll tell you to come to Learntor and get your training.
I love that word so much, because it's not money that is necessarily foiling what we're doing. It's more of solving a problem and raising the next generation that will be very relevant in the fourth industrial revolution. And the truth of the matter is, I say it with my hands on my chest, what we are offering you can never get it anywhere. No. Data analytics, business analysis, design thinking, agile, then you get an international certification. Yeah. Even the certification by the trainers that take you, they charge $1,500. So you go figure. Wow. I want to say thank you so much, Nnamdi. I really, truly appreciate you. And I'm looking forward to your referral. Someone has paid it forward. Please pay it forward as well.
I definitely will.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. Absolute pleasure.